the floor where they drop like bombs. Faceless voices running all the cons. Digital whispers in the binary night. No light, no face, pure sound, no sight. Stories unfold in the dark unscrolled. Echoes of silence, secrets untold. Waves crash loud in this audio cave. No mic, no fame, just the sound we crave. Tune and turn up, let the silence break. Raw, unfiltered, hear the earthquake. No mic needed, just a vibe that's real. Faceless words you can touch and feel. In shadows, voices untamed. No need for spotlight, no claim to fame. Just a beat of life in a stream of thought. Every word a punchline, no need to be taught. Just listen close, no visuals needed. Raw conversation, unprocessed, unseated. Feel the pulse in every sentence said. No distractions, just thoughts in your head. Whispers of the streets, rumbling through. Faceless yet vivid, a world in view. No mic, just souls, connecting in flow. Pure and raw, let the rhythm go.
One naturally wonders if the problem of translation could conceivably be treated as a problem in cryptography. When I look at an article in Russian, I say, this is really written in English, but it has been coded in some strange symbols. I will now proceed to decode. Warren Weaver, letter to Norbert Wiener, March 4, 1947. Weaver is widely recognized as one of the pioneers of machine translation. In a 1949 memo, he proposed that statistical techniques from information theory could be used to enable computers to automatically translate text between natural languages, based on the assumption that a document in a human language could be viewed as a code to be broken. Warren Weaver's early life began in Reedsburg, Wisconsin, where he was born on July 17, 1894. His parents were Kitty Bell Stupfel and Isaiah Weaver, a pharmacist who owned a drugstore. In 1904, when Warren was 10 years old, his family relocated within Wisconsin to Madison, where he would attend secondary school and later embark on his higher education. A pivotal moment in his childhood, around the age of 7, involved a small electric motor, a gift from his father's annual Christmas toy-buying trip. This Ajax motor, powered by a dry cell battery and costing $1, sparked his curiosity. Warren meticulously took it apart, rebuilt it, and began tinkering with its components and mechanics, an early indicator of his scientific inclination. Although initially told this was engineering, he developed a profound enthusiasm for science. Weaver enrolled at the University of Wisconsin in Madison, initially intending to pursue engineering. However, he was significantly influenced by his teachers, particularly Max Mason and Charles Schlichter, who encouraged him to pivot towards applied mathematics and mathematical physics. He earned a Bachelor of Science degree in 1916 and a Civil Engineering degree in 1917. Immediately after his undergraduate studies, in 1917, he accepted an offer from Robert A. Millikan to become an assistant professor of mathematics at Throop College in Pasadena, California, which would later be renamed the California Institute of Technology Caltech. 5 His time at Throop was interrupted by World War I, during which he served in the U.S. Air Force from 1917 to 1919, discharged as a second lieutenant. 6 During this period, he contributed to technical efforts focused on developing equipment to assist U.S. aviators. In 1919, he married Mary Hemingway, a fellow student he had met at the University of Wisconsin. 7 They would go on to have 2 children, Warren Jr. and Helen. 8 After his war service, Weaver returned to Throop Polytechnic Institute for a year before ultimately going back to the University of Wisconsin, Madison to complete his doctoral studies. He was awarded his Ph.D. in 1921.9. He then joined the mathematics department at Wisconsin-Madison, steadily progressing to full professor and eventually becoming chairman of the department from 1928 to 1932.10. During this period, he collaborated with his former mentor, Max Mason, on the influential monograph The Electromagnetic Field, published in 1929.11. Warren Weaver's career took a significant turn in 1932 when he left his academic post at the University of Wisconsin to join the Rockefeller Foundation, thanks to the persuasion of his former mentor, Max Mason, who was then president of the foundation. This marked the beginning of a nearly 3-decade tenure at the foundation, where he would profoundly influence the direction of scientific research. As the director of the Natural Sciences Division, Weaver brought his interdisciplinary vision and administrative acumen to bear on grand challenges. One of his most notable achievements at the Rockefeller Foundation was his instrumental role in fostering the nascent field of molecular biology. Though a mathematician by training, Weaver recognized the immense potential of applying the precise tools and methodologies of physics and chemistry to the study of living organisms. He actively promoted this interdisciplinary approach, funding researchers and projects that crossed traditional scientific boundaries. In fact, he is widely credited with coining the term molecular biology in 1938, a name that quickly became synonymous with the revolutionary insights emerging from this area. His strategic investments and keen eye for promising talent helped lay the groundwork for many of the most significant biological discoveries of the 20th century. During World War II, Weaver took a leave of absence from the Rockefeller Foundation to dedicate his expertise to the war effort. He joined the U.S. Office of Scientific Research and Development (OSRD), a federal agency created to coordinate scientific research for military applications. Initially, in July 1940, he served as the chairman of Section D2, the Fire Control Division, of the National Defense Research Committee (NDRC), a part of the OSRD. In this role, he was deeply involved in developing anti-aircraft fire control devices, including prediction computers and controlling servo mechanisms, which were crucial for protecting Allied forces and cities from enemy attacks. By late 1942, as the need for sophisticated mathematical studies intensified, Vannevar Bush, the head of OSRD, established the Applied Mathematics Panel (AMP), and Weaver was appointed as its chief. Under his leadership, the AMP became a vital hub of mathematical expertise, providing consulting services to the armed forces and defense contractors on a wide range of tactical problems. He assembled interdisciplinary teams of mathematicians, statisticians, and economists who applied innovative techniques in fields like sequential analysis and operations research to solve complex military challenges. His ability to effectively navigate military bureaucracy and convince high-ranking officers of the value of mathematical analysis was instrumental to the panel's success. The work of the AMP showcased the immense possibilities of applied mathematics and computational devices in real-world applications, profoundly influencing the post-war landscape of scientific research. For his exceptional contributions during the war, Weaver received both the U.S. Medal of Merit and the King's Medal for Service in the Cause of Freedom from Great Britain. Upon his return to the Rockefeller Foundation after the war, Weaver continued to shape scientific priorities. In 1950, agriculture was added to his portfolio, and he contributed significantly to the development and expansion of the Green Revolution, a series of research and development initiatives that led to increased agricultural production worldwide. He saw the potential of applying molecular biology's insights to plant breeding, aiming to develop more productive and nutritious varieties of staple crops like wheat and rice. Beyond funding research, he emphasized training and institutional development, recognizing these as critical for long-term success in addressing global food security. In 1954, he was promoted to Vice President for Natural and Medical Sciences at the Rockefeller Foundation, further cementing his influence in scientific philanthropy. After a highly influential tenure at the Rockefeller Foundation, which concluded with his retirement in 1955, Warren Weaver's commitment to advancing science and its public understanding continued unabated. He transitioned to another significant role in scientific philanthropy, serving as vice president of the Alfred P. Sloan Foundation from 1959 to 1964, and as a trustee from 1956 to 1964. In this capacity, he continued to leverage his extensive experience in science administration to support innovative research and educational initiatives. Beyond his direct involvement with foundations, Weaver remained a prominent figure in the broader scientific community. He was deeply engaged with various boards and committees, including serving on the genetics panel for the National Academy of Sciences, where he contributed to a pioneering report on the biological effects of radiation. He also held positions as a trustee and chairman of the board for the Salk Institute for Biological Studies, further demonstrating his ongoing dedication to cutting-edge biological research. Weaver was also a prolific writer and a passionate advocate for making complex scientific ideas accessible to a wider audience. In 1949, while still at the Rockefeller Foundation, he published his seminal memorandum translation, which is widely regarded as the foundational document for the field of machine translation. In this memo, he proposed that statistical and cryptographic methods could be applied to translate human languages automatically, likening the process to deciphering a code. He posited that the challenge lay in identifying underlying universal linguistic structures, famously illustrating this with the common basement metaphor, that just as people in different towers' languages struggle to communicate directly, they could find a common basement, a universal underlying language to facilitate understanding. This memo spurred significant research efforts in machine translation in the United States and beyond. In 1954, he was elected president of the American Association for the Advancement of Science AAAS, a testament to his standing as a leading voice in American science. In his presidential address, he famously spoke out against the sickness of rumor and anxiety, of suspicion and distrust that characterized the McCarthy era, advocating for intellectual freedom and scholarly competence. His passion for making science comprehensible to the public culminated in several significant books. In 1963, he published Lady Luck, The Theory of Probability, a book aimed at a non-mathematical audience, illustrating his enduring interest in the subject and his belief in its broad applicability. An ardent admirer of Lewis Carroll, Weaver published Alice in Many Tongues, the translations of Alice in Wonderland in 1964. This unique work explored the linguistic and cultural challenges of translating Carroll's whimsical masterpiece into numerous languages, showcasing his fascination with language, translation, and the nuances of human communication. He also co-authored The Mathematical Theory of Communication with Claude Shannon, which provided an accessible explanation of Shannon's groundbreaking information theory. Warren Weaver continued to write and engage with scientific discourse well into his later years, publishing his autobiography, Scene of Change, in 1970. He passed away in New Milford, Connecticut, in 1978, leaving behind a legacy of transformative contributions to mathematics, scientific administration, and the public understanding of science. His work laid critical foundations for fields like molecular biology and machine translation, while his advocacy for interdisciplinary research and clear communication continues to resonate in the scientific world. Is a virus a living organism? What is a gene, and how does the original genetic constitution of a living organism express itself in the developed characteristics of the adult? Do complex protein molecules know how to reduplicate their pattern, and is this an essential clue to the problem of reproduction of living creatures? All these are certainly complex problems, but they are not problems of disorganized complexity, to which statistical methods hold the key. They are all problems which involve dealing simultaneously with a sizable number of factors which are interrelated into an organic whole. They are all, in the language here proposed, problems of organized complexity. p. 537. References. Hosch, William L. November 20, 2022. Warren Weaver, Encyclopaedia Britannica. Retrieved May 2, 2023. Pior, Emmanuel R. April 1979. Obituary, Warren Weaver. Physics Today. 32-4-72. Bibcode 1979 PHT.32D.72 P doi 10.1063 1.2995512. Lovett, Charlie 2000. Warren Weaver, Scientist Humanitarian. Carol Leanne. Lewis Carroll Society of North America. Leo Rawson, ed. 1975. Religions of America, Ferment and Faith in an Age of Crisis, A New Guide and Almanac. New York, Simon & Schuster. p. 296. ISBN 0-671-21970-7. OCLC 109-3360. Reproduced in, Locke, W. N. Booth, DAEDS. 1955. Translation PDF. Machine Translation of Languages. Cambridge, Massachusetts, MIT Press. Pages 15 to 23. ISBN 0-8371-8434-7. Archived from the original PDF on January 14, 2012. Novak, Matt. May 30, 2012. The Cold War Origins of Google Translate. BBC News. Retrieved May 31, 2012. Riefler, Irwin. July 1962. Machine Translation. Bulletin of the Medical Library Association. 53, 473-480. ISSN 0025-7338. PMC 197862. PMID 144912000. Hutchins, John. First Steps in Mechanical Translation PDF. S2 SID 17258526. Archived from the original PDF on November 16, 2017. Weaver, Warren. 1964. Alice in Many Tongues, The Translations of Alice in Wonderland. Madison, University of Wisconsin Press, via Internet Archive. Linseth, John A. ed. 2015. Alice in a World of Wonderlands, The Translations of Lewis Carroll's Masterpiece. Volume I. Newcastle, Oak Knoll Press. Pages 21 to 22. ISBN 978-1-58456-331-0.
Mics on the floor where they drop like bombs. Faceless voices running all the cons. Digital whispers in a binary night. No light, no face, pure sound, no sight. Stories unfold in the dark unscrolled. Echoes of silence, secrets untold. Waves crash loud in this audio cave. No light, no fame, just the sound we crave. Tune in, turn up, let the silence break. Raw, unfiltered, hear the earthquake. No mic needed, just the vibe that's real. Faceless words you can touch and feel. Hidden in shadows, voices untamed. No need for spotlight, no claim to fame. Just a beat of life in a stream of thought. Every word a punchline, no need to be taught. Just listen close, no visuals needed. Raw conversation, unprocessed, unseated. Feel the pulse in every sentence said. No distractions, just thoughts in your head. Whispers of the streets, rumbling through. Faceless yet vivid, a world in view. No mic, just souls, connecting in flow. Pure and raw, let the rhythm go. Pure and raw. Pure and raw. Turn up, let the silence break. Raw, unfiltered, hear the earthquake. No mic needed, just the vibe that's real. Faceless words you can touch and feel. Tune in, turn up, let the silence break. Raw, unfiltered, hear the earthquake. No mic needed, just the vibe that's real. Faceless words you can touch and feel. Pure and raw.
Okay.